What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Info here, back in a video. We're back with the video on the channel. In today's video, we're here to basically have a random talk video, discussions, random video type of discussions. I want to talk about today's video. And today's video, I want to talk about the whole entire crazy stuff that's going around with the whole entire Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. Craziness that's been going around, and I want to talk about it, get my 2 cents in, and talk about this, again, my my opinions on it, or see what's going on type stuff, and what I think is going to happen for me here, yeah, and I'm saying, get my 2 cents in, and feel free if you guys want to say something about what I said in the comments down below. Get your thoughts on what's been going on with the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. Now, if you guys did not know, around this month of March, of course, I think around mid-March, or around, I think around January, I believe, they announced, or around February during Black History Month, I don't know, it was one of those months. They announced, I think there was a company called Aspyr that announced that they will be remaking the classic Star Wars Battlefront collections, the 1 and 2 version of it. If you guys know about the Star Wars, Battlefront, Classic Collection 1, is basically the 1 and 2 versions of the game, not the EA, Battlefront, not the 1 and 2, EA Battlefront. I'll talk about the Star Wars Battlefront, Classic, 1 and 2 that I think EA has made in the past, like the past. Once about like the 2005s and Star Wars Battlefront, like that type of game. The game that that, in my opinion, that Star Wars gaming was like at its peak. Like it was really popping off. Like Star Wars Battlefront made Star Wars games like one of the best games ever. You know what I'm saying? Now there were a few maybe Star Wars games that was out there that was like pretty good, but to compare to those games to this one, especially the Classic one, I'm talking about the 2005 one. Oh man, they were beautiful. They were beautiful, and they were really, really good. It's like Battlefield, but like in Star Wars type of version of Battlefield, which is so much better in my opinion. It was so good. I remember, saying, as when I was a kid, my brother had an Xbox version. I think he had an Xbox version, and he had Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, and I always get to play with him all the time, man. Like almost every single time we get the chance to play with each other. He always get this Battlefront, this Battlefront 1 and 2, man. It was so good. I could not stop playing it all night. I remember playing the multiplayer mode of it, the story mode of it, back and forth. Like there was so many like craziness that was going on with the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. It was so good. It brought me so much memories. And when I heard about the announcement of this one, like they're about to make a classic, collection one, where this time it had like a multiplayer type of thing. Because back around 2005, back around the Xbox and PS2 versions of the game, the Battlefront, Classic Collection one, you don't have online, unfortunately. I think you have maybe split screen, I think, multiplayer, and then single player. That was pretty much it. But this one, like right now, the Aspyr made an update on the Classic Collection one, where you can now play the Classic Collection version of Star Wars Battlefront from 1 and 2, but this time have online features. I'm thinking, okay, they're about to bring back not only the story of it, because it's pretty good, and not only that, though, the multiplayer experience, we're finally going to get that, you know what I'm saying, which we have to worry about running around facing bots like we used to back in the old Xbox PS2 version days. We can actually go against real players, which is really cool. So that's what we, as Star Wars fans, if you're a Star Wars, not only Star Wars fan, but also a Battlefront fan of Star Wars, game series, you guys been waiting for that type of stuff, especially the Classic Collection version, like the 1 and 2, 2005-ish, Classic Collection version. It was amazing, right? I was super excited for it. I was super pumped for this. I was like, oh man, I cannot wait to pre-order this, to get this, this game. I cannot wait to get it. I was like so happy for it, because I have not played a Star Wars game since, I believe, I haven't played a Star Wars Battlefront game in, I think, since the last time I actually played it was back in 2000, and I think 8 was the last time I actually played the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, from one and two, like the because I think I kind of stopped playing it. You know what I'm saying? Because there was other Star Wars games I want to play, um, and plus, I decided to move on from it. But it's pretty fun though. But no, last though, man, I was thinking about pre-ordering this game. I was thinking about actually buying it and all this type of stuff. And then I saw the clips from online, and let's just say it went to absolute shit. I'm not even joking. It was pretty bad. I mean, it was pretty bad. You go on Twitter, you go on Instagram, you go on Facebook, you go anywhere, any site, you would notice that there were so many Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, clips of 1 and 2. There were so many BS shenanigans, man, and it just got me thinking. I don't want to. I want to play it. I don't want to play it. I don't want to buy it. I don't want to do none of that. Nope. No, thank you. I'm just gonna go back to play the Xbox PS2 versions. No, thank you. And yeah, it was pretty bad. So you guys did not know this about all the clips and all this other type of stuff that's been going on online about the Star Wars Battlefront, Classic Collection versions. There was so many issues that was going on into the game with the first couple of days of it, coming out, to a point where a lot of people were giving it like really bad reviews. Many people not liking it because there was so many just issues that was going on in the game. It was so many weird shit that was going on. The Aspyr, fucked it all up. Now, if you guys know about the company called Aspyr, well, guess what? Neither do I, because I have no idea who the hell they are. Because apparently they're this company that is remastering the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection for over like $35 and shit, which is kind of funny because if you buy the Xbox and PS2 version on Steam of the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection one, it costs like $5 or $7, like $8 for the old classic versions of the Xbox, PS2 version. But however, because it's the remaster remake series of it, if you really want to get the so-called cool graphics and shit, which you can mod them in the old classic version and shit if you really want to. Basically, it's going to cost $35. But however, like I said, the Xbox and PS2 versions, you get those on Steam, and you can add some mods here and there with it if you want to. It only costs like what, $9, $8, $7. I don't fucking know. But nonetheless, though, yeah, it went to shit really, really, really bad. Like there's so many things that Aspyr ruined. Like I don't even know. I thought EA was gonna fuck this whole thing up, but no, they weren't even part of this whole entire thing. EA wasn't even part of this whole entire ordeal, nor remaking this game. Aspyr did. This Aspyr weird, random, low freaking company did this to this game and kind of fuck it all up. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sure you guys already know the whole entire, the whole entire bullshit and shenanigans is going on. Like, allow me to explain it from my perspective. Basically, what I saw, their servers were fucked up. There was like within the first couple of days, there was like at least 3 servers for you to get into a game. So that's why there weren't that many people, that was trying to get into the game. That it took them longer to get a game in. And even if you do get a game in, odds are the games are going to be like over and all this type of stuff. So it really didn't matter. Now, as I am recording this, they did fix the servers up. They did bump up multiple servers. I don't know how many servers they bump up to, but I'm sure they probably fixed the server shit. But still, it was so bad. Then when you go into a game and you would play the game, you notice that there were so many lags and bugs issue that's going on. I'm talking about pixel shit. Like people can literally like ride around the whole entire, play the game and all type of stuff. They see little pixel stuff that's going on with the whole entire graphics. Like it's a downgrade. You know what I'm saying? And then of course you got freaking. I saw freaking these not mobiles. These freaking these freaking cars or ships, whatever, if the flying ships, whatever, started lagging everywhere. Like it was all craziness. And the servers like started to get lagged out. Then the guns don't even work. Sometimes you'll get aim assist towards your guns if you use a controller, whatever. It doesn't even work half the time. And then sometimes the hit registration or hit mark or whatever won't even sometimes hit the enemy. And then the enemies hit you, I guess, won't even matter. I mean, I saw a clip of somebody hitting somebody with a rocket against a stormtrooper, and the stormtrooper who got hit by rockets is still in like full health. Like you got hit by a full rocket. Like that makes sense. Like it didn't make any sense at all. Like I was just like, what the hell is this shit? And they expect me to buy this shit. Now, now just be clear, it's only happened on Steam. I'm sure probably PlayStation 5 people are probably fine. But even then, I still don't think it's gonna convince me to even buy it anyway, regardless, because Aspyr fucked it up, man. If they fucked it up on the PC, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some PlayStation 5 players out there that is experience the exact same thing they're experiencing. And that's not even all. When you die and you try to respawn, yeah, you have these little Caesar shit sucking around you and all type of stuff that's going cuckoo crazy that makes your brain hurt and shit. Like it's insane. And then the spawns don't even work sometimes too as well. Like it's crazy, man. And yet they want to charge you for $35 for a remastered version of Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection 1 and 2. Meanwhile, you could go into an Xbox PS2 version of the game and have a way more better experience on that one. And on top of all that one, if you go on Steam and you buy the two versions of it, Battle Star Wars Battlefront, 1 and 2, the classic versions, you will have better graphics. You can literally have a mod or buy a mod if you want to, or whatever. Get a mod, whatever from the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. Get a mod for the Xbox and PS2 version of it. Make the graphics better. Make the shooting better. Even add customization to the shit to make it 2 times better than the $35 ones. Like, I don't understand gaming nowadays. So why older version of games that was made back in the mid 2000s and shit, or in the fucking 1990s and shit, be so much better than gaming nowadays. Like I don't understand these lazy ass companies because because it's like damn, like do they even care about your community or the fucking gaming nowadays? It's like damn, they don't even want to put so much effort into into passion when making these games, whether it's remaster or not. It's like what the hell's going on? Like why does it take modders to make your game better? Like what we're seeing right here, we saw modders from they made the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection 1 and 2 from the Xbox and PS2 versions, and they made with mods on there. It is 2 times better than the $35 one. And here's the crazy part about this: they're not the only one that had to. They're not the only company that has to go through these mod shit and all type of stuff too as well. So it's not surprising. Like but at the same time, if you're a big Star Wars fan like I am, and you've been waiting for a game like this, and it's one of your top 3 favorite games of all time, like Star Wars Battlefront is, and you see a older version be better than the newer version of the $35 shit one, it kind of scratched you the wrong way, and it's like, man, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense, man. It's getting ridiculous. That's not even the worst part. I'm not even done yet. The worst part about this, if you go on single players when you buy the $35 version of the Star Wars Battlefront, you go on the single players, right? There are certain cutscenes that they took off from the previous versions of the game, and from the previous version, from the previous the Xbox PlayStation 2 versions, they took out some of the cutscenes in the new version of the $35 one. So some of the cutscenes you're seeing in the single player mode, you won't see them. You won't see them in the $35 one. So basically, all the cutscenes you see from some of the cutscenes you see from the Xbox, the PlayStation 2 version of the Star Wars Battlefront, you won't see it in the. You won't see some of it in the $35 one. So you're gonna see a huge difference of the whole entire campaign of them, which is ridiculous and sad considering the fact that campaigns were the main. It's not the main reason why I kind of like play Star Wars Battlefront because the campaign is so good. Single player, version was so good. It just doesn't make any sense for them to fuck us all up, man. It doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. It's ridiculous. But wait, there's more. So basically, as I scroll into Twitter, obviously X Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and these these dev team or the team of Aspyr made a not a tweet, but they made like a statement following after this whole entire thing. And let me tell you, man, it's some of the most bullshit statements that I've ever seen Well, one of the most bullshit statements I've ever seen from a company that is this lazy and just stealing money for you for over, like stealing your $35 away from you, that I've ever seen. So check this out. As you see right here, this is the Star Wars Battlefront collection, classic collection, statement from Aspyr. Joe, I don't know if this is the CEO of the company of Aspyr, but he made this following statement. He said, "We would like to thank the Battlefront community for their overwhelming support and feedback for the Star Wars Classic Collection release. At launch, we experienced critical errors with our network infrastructure. The result was incredibly high pings, which I forgot to mention about that. The high pings were issues. Matchmaking errors was an issue. The crashing was the issues, and the servers were an issue too as well. Forgot to mention about that. And they were not like appearing in the browser since the launch. We've been working to address these issues and increase the network stability, and we will continue our efforts until our networks and fracture is stabilized to prevent further outrage. Now, please continue to report bugs, errors, or unexpected behaviors to support our team via a request form." The Aspyr team. Really? Like, really? Really? You're not going to apologize? You're not going to explain more details of what's going on? You just basically just make that statement? Really? Like, companies like that nowadays make statements like this and they get away with it. And this is why some of our beloved games we used to love back in the day and nowadays are completely trash. Not all games, but some of the games are completely trash nowadays. It used to be good back in the day, now it's not good anymore because stupid statements like this shit right here. Like, you didn't even apologize for what's going on. You didn't even explain more details of what's really going on. It's like they had an AI bot make that statement and shit, and then act like, it's no big deal. Like, it's a big deal, man. To me, it is because as a Star Wars fan and as a Star Wars Battlefront fan, I love this game. This game is one of my favorite Star Wars games of all time. It's my top three. Of course, my favorite one is the Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, the one I did series back then, and the Star Wars Bounty Hunter, which is my favorite bounty hunter of all time, Jango Fett, and then this one, the classic Battlefront 1 and 2, because it reminded me of so much of Battlefield so much, and they ruined it. Now I get it; they're gonna probably fix all this shit as time goes on, and that's good to some of you guys. But to me, in my opinion, if a game is shit at launch, in my opinion, if a game is shit at launch, in my opinion, and they have all the time in the world to make this fucking game and to make it as best as polished as it is, and it's shit, then to me, in my opinion, it's a shit game. I'm sorry. Take it with a grain of salt. I personally think that, in my opinion, if like games like this, like games like if there's a crash and errors and all this other type of bullshit is going on, and within the first couple of days of a game that comes out, to me it's dog shit. To me, it's completely dog shit. Like, I do not like when games all of a sudden fix itself as year goes on and on and on, or as monthly goes on and on, because you guys are expecting minimal of what the game is supposed to be, and that is good. Like, literally, y'all expecting bugs and type of bullshit going on, type of shit. Like, people nowadays, when it comes to game community especially, are expecting minimal and not expecting more effort to when it comes to these companies. It's considering they're making over millions and billions of dollars, and it's ridiculous, man. And I know some people are gonna give this a pass and say, "Oh, well, they're gonna fix itself," man. That's the problem with getting gaming nowadays. People expect it. People don't expect the expectation as high in the gaming as they did back in the day. They expect the minimum. They say, "Oh, bugs and crash, don't worry, they'll fix it." Like, stuff like this back then, if you would have stuff like this that's going on, the whole entire network would berate you for that, man. That's just my opinion. And the fact that, I know gonna be some people out there that are gonna take this and say, "Oh, it's no big deal." No, this is a big deal to me. If a game that have this type of issue into a game that's been made over Battlefront, I don't know what the old classic version been made. It's like, what's it been like over like almost 20 years from now? Because we're in 2024. Battlefront 1 came out in 2005, I believe. So almost 20 years. basically like around 18 or 19 years. If a game that's made back in a couple like 19 years ago, or say a decade or two, and it's made way better than the 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 game that's like remastered, then that's a problem. In my opinion, if a game that's made back in the day that's so much better than its remaster or remake, whatever, then that's a problem. That's a huge problem. And so, because I never saw Battlefront 1 and 2 have these type of issues back in the day. Like, they were completely good. There was so many high praises of it. Now, when you have this online type of shit added into it with the remake of it or remaster, whatever, this happens. High ping started getting a problem. Matchmaking started being a problem. Crash started being a problem. Services started being a problem. Everything started being a problem. Now, like I said, they could change it. They could update it, do whatever. But I'm not expecting this to be a minimal shit. Like I don't care what no one says. I hate when people literally sit there and say, "Oh, it's gonna be fixed. It's gonna be fixed, or whatever." Bro, I don't care if it's gonna be fixed or not. What matters to me is that a game that is this important, that's this good, should not have this many bad, fucking issues and shit, in my personal opinion. Like I said, man, a game should not be bad off the jump. And if it's bad off the jump, that means it's dog shit. I'm sorry. Take it how you want to take it. But that's just my opinion about the whole entire thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure they're probably going to fix it, and then everything will go back, and then they're going to be fine about it. But like I said, I'm not going to buy it, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, man, I don't expect a minimal... I don't expect minimum effort for any other gaming that is this huge. I expect better. I expect at least better, or at least more addressing to what's going on. And until then, man, I just don't, man. I just don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm gonna buy this game, man. And thanks to Aspyr, man, they ruined it, man. I don't know, man. It's just another $35 money hungry grab type of shit, man. It's a good thing I saw the clips on Twitter on Twitter or X, whatever, and all the social media accounts. Because if I did not see it and I pre-ordered the shit and I find out about this shit, man, well, it's been a pain in the ass. So, yeah, there you go, Aspyr, whatever, for ruining one of the greatest Star Wars of all time, Star Wars Battlefront, classic, 1 and 2. Great job, y'all. Fucking ruined it. This classic collection shit, Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront classic collection shit is gonna go down probably one of the worst games that ever come out this year, 2024. And it's gonna rub people the wrong way. Now they could get updated and make it better, but I still don't think it won't matter. People are still gonna just berate this shit like they're already doing on Steam and on the Metacritic or whatever. And yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I got nothing to say, man. I mean, that's all I gotta say. Feel free, let me know in the comments down below how y'all feel about the whole entire the Star Wars Battlefront, craziness is going around. You know what I'm saying? I figured why not talk about it, get my thoughts, opinions on it, and I'm curious what you guys gotta say. And yeah, man, this been crazy, man. So yeah, hopefully they do fix it. They do make things go back to the way it should be. And if they do, then that's thumbs up. But to me, I'm still not gonna buy it because it's ridiculous, man. And who knows? Maybe it still be broken at some time I'm recording this, and then I could be all wrong. But who knows? Anyways, hopefully y'all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below if y'all having any experience. What's y'all experience on Star Wars Battlefront? Classic collection from 1 and 2. What's y'all experience on it? Was it good? Was it bad? Let me know. Yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. And as always, take care. I'm out. Peace.
To the ones that told me to quit, look at me now. I could be the greatest of all time. I know that I can do it, you just gotta let me try.